me again, Sulaiman Clarken from Aeternus Metallum, reporting to you live. So, we got an Australian band, Australian power metal band, right, called Lord. We're gonna check them out later, alright? You hang on in there.
Staring out beyond the shadows to see a world of faces all the same, and find the light behind those darkened eyes, and realize the skies are more than gray. Got the hunger, but we're wanting more, forever reaching higher. Remember what we're fighting for. The writing on the wall is set in stone. Set in stone.
In the production itself, the one who bringing in Mr. Eric, right, for bringing him over here for brunch. I mean, it's so nice of him, and letting us, Aeternus Metallum, to interview them too. All right, so you guys hang on.
Hold still. This won't hurt a bit.
Hello people from Aeternus Metallum channel. Alright, so again here we got the band Lord, who just dropping in Singapore for their maiden concert, I must say.
Yes, yeah.
Right, it's a maiden concert for them in Singapore. So we just get them for a little chat here. Alright, so we got Tim here.
Hello.
How are you guys?
Good.
Good. Okay, introduce you guys first.
I'm Mark, guitars.
Mark guitars.
I'm Tim, I sing and play guitar sometimes.
Okay.
Andy and play bass. Simon and I play drums.
Okay, alright. So the band Lord here. So how's the Asian tour so far, man?
It's been really, really good. We got in 2 days
JB.
ago, was it? Yeah. We played GB last night, and that was awesome. It was a small crowd, but man, they were so loud and so enthusiastic, and the room was so hot. So we were like dead by the end of it, but it was great. It was fantastic.
It was great, yeah?
Yeah, we had a really good time.
Okay, so could you tell us the history about Lord? How do you guys met?
Oh, man. Okay. So the short version.
The short version.
The short version is we originally started as a band called Dungeon in the very, very late 80s, and we went under that name for about 16 years and did a lot of world tours and all that sort of stuff. I think we released 9 albums or
All right, we've done
some crazy amount of albums with that name. Then we had quite a few lineup changes towards the end of the band, and a lot of people were misunderstanding what the band was about, because people would think Dungeon was either like a grunge band or a death metal band or something like that, or people who were into metal saw us on LMP, the LMP record label, and thought we were some fantasy power metal band.
Okay.
We were none of those things. So it was a lot of the press was causing problems when they review our stuff, because they thought it was like a certain sort of style, and it wasn't. So they give us bad reviews. So we ended up folding that name of the band and recalling it Lord, which was originally a side project of mine.
All right.
And that was in 2005, and since then we've actually been called Lord. Andy was our lighting tech.
Okay.
On the last Dungeon tour. Mark, I'd worked with recording one of his projects called From Beyond.
Okay.
I did vocals on his project, and it turned out that he could play guitar a little bit. Wasn't very good, but he was good enough for Lord, I guess.
Just give it a shot, right?
Yeah, so we got him in as a guest player for a year.
Alright.
Then, he was okay. We could stand to be around him for a while, so we let him stay on.
You're gonna miss me.
Yeah, for now. We'll fire him later.
All right.
And Simon, he's an imposter. He actually isn't even in the band. You big faker. We have a drummer called Damien, and Damien, unfortunately,
You can't make it here.
he can't make it because he's a big girly man. And he wimped out because he's got a job and he can't.
Nah, maybe he thought that Singapore is too big for him, right?
Oh, it was too hot. He's just.
yeah, maybe,
We
maybe.
didn't want him to cry or anything like that, so we let him stay at home in the air conditioning. And
Okay.
So we got Simon in from a band called Trollhagen, who are great.
Okay, all right. So, the guys in Singapore recognize you did a cover of Kylie Minogue.
Yes.
I mean, how does she feel about it?
Well, we haven't talked to Kylie much lately. We're not that close anymore after the incident. But,
On a night like this, just wanna be together. On a night like this, now I'm getting closer to you. Me, I just can't be without you.
I can't talk about it, but
Okay. Okay.
But, no, I believe people have tweeted it, but we haven't heard anything back.
So, you did covers like I Was Dying in Your Arms, by Cutting Cruise.
Yeah.
Right? So, do you think that you're gonna, you're a big fan of Duran Duran.
Absolutely.
So,
I'm a
are
fan
you
of
gonna,
everything from pop music up to extreme metal, like as most of us are. We're into all sorts of stuff. So a good song is a good song at the end of the day. If we think the song is great, and we think that it would be something that we could do a fun cover of, or we could do a kind of a tribute to,
yeah.
then we'd love to do it.
Yeah, we shouldn't have, left out all these good songs. Like metal evolves. You can do lots of stuff on the songs that you're a fan of, right?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
you don't be shy of it. Be creative. Do it your own way, man. Okay. So the next question, a personal journey. What's the number composition that you felt is too personal to submit to your old band? So what do you think about it?
Well, at the time, Dungeon was very much a straight-ahead power thrash band.
Yeah.
Which was both good and bad. It was good because it was very easy to market the band towards people who understood that we did that sort of thing. But I always had interests outside of that. I wanted to go into hard rock. I wanted to go more prog. I wanted to do more extreme.
More extreme. Yeah.
But of both directions. Both lighter and heavier, rather than just the narrow thing that Dungeon did. And there was also a bit of tension in the band at the time as well. So I don't think anybody was really particularly open to experimenting with the styles that we had on A Personal Journey. So I stamped my little foot like a princess, and I took my songs back and put them on my own album. And it was probably the smart thing to do anyway, because it didn't really suit what Dungeon was doing at the time. But when I put them out as a solo album, and since then we've started incorporating a lot of those songs into the Lord set now, because Lord's a much more sort of vast band stylistically.
Yes.
So it suits what we're doing now, the more open-minded approach than it did with Dungeon. So that's why A Personal Journey came about.
It's much more better right now, because at least you get to do what you really like.
Yeah, well, we've
Right.
never really kind of put any restrictions on what we want to do with Lord. That said, though, the first album, we really wanted to make sure that people who thought that Lord was a different band than Dungeon, like we just stopped Dungeon, we're not going to be doing power metal or thrash metal anymore, we're going to do this Lord band. We wanted to reassure people that we were still more or less the same band, just with a different name. So we restricted ourselves a little bit on the Ascendance album, just to make sure that people were on board with us. And then from Set in Stone onwards, we just started to really push the boundaries to where we are now. On Digital Eyes, we've got everything from there's black metal parts, there's electronic parts, there's hard rock, there's pop punk.
There's
almost,
everything.
there's all sorts of stuff.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, so do you have any artist or band that you feel that you want to collaborate with in future?
No, we like. There's a lot of bands that we like, and there's a lot of artists that we like.
Let's see the magic. If the magic happens, it happens, right?
Yeah, well, we made a conscious decision on the last album that we didn't want to get any guests on Set in Stone, we had everybody from Craig Goldie from Dio, we had Glenn Drover from Megadeth, we had Peter Lesperance from Harum Scarum, who we're all massive fans of. A great big massive lineup of brilliant guest musicians from all over the world, and it was great. But it started to feel a little bit like Lord was it was kind of like it's a project where we invited people to collaborate with the project. Where with Digital Eyes, we wanted to make this was a definitive mortar. Jeff Tate? That's a very strange guy. He's a singer. George Lynch is what I was going to say.
Okay.
Yeah, Paul Gilbert, George Lynch, all of those guys. Tony McAlpine, Gary Moore. They really brought a lot of flavour into my playing. So yeah, I mercilessly stole all the lyrics and I regurgitate them to this day.
Okay. What are you?
Mark Furtner. Mark Furtner made me play guitar.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
But then I went to bass because I wasn't that good, so that's why. It's all Mark Furtner.
How about you? The drums?
I don't know. It's not a whole lot of metal drummers. More sort of the yeah, Damo definitely.
Yeah,
I don't know. Just your old school jazz dudes, Buddy Rich, Elvin Jones, all those guys. Not a whole bunch of metal dudes, but Nico McBrain from Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
Definitely John Bonham from Led Zeppelin was one of the biggest influence for sure.
Oh my God! I mean,
Yeah.
the way he do it on Black Dog, it was
No one can
really-
do it like Bonham.
Oh, amazing!
Yeah.
All right, so I was impressed with your guitar style of playing and riffs. With your solos. And you did vocals too.
Yes.
I mean, it's so beautiful. So how do you cope with it, man? I mean, this dude really looks like Dio, man.
There's a little known fact that I am Ronnie James Dio.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
For years I've been living a lie, putting on an Australian accent.
Okay, Dio is a lie.
It's a digital lie, thank you, yeah. You idiots. What was the question?
No. The question is, you play guitars and you do vocals too.
Yes.
I mean, how do you cope with it? There's a lot of inspiration.
Weirdly enough, I kind of suck at both when I do them both at once, but I managed to cover it just enough. There was a time in Dungeon where we had 3 guitar players, and it was mainly because during the solos I only played solos and I let the other guys play the rhythm because I didn't think I was particularly good at that. But I got better as it went along, and I'm just getting away with it now. But I do kind of enjoy playing both. I really miss not doing one when I'm only doing one single thing.
Yeah.
I had a problem with my wrist for a while, and
Yeah, we're gonna get into that.
Oh, we're gonna get into that, yeah.
Yes, I'm gonna dig into that.
well,
because there's
for 6 months I only sung, and we had another guitar player, actually from Simon's band, Trondhagen,
okay.
filling in for me, and I just sung, and it felt really weird not having my guitar. And I also play guitar for a band called Platinum Brunette, and I wasn't the singer in that thing, and it felt weird not singing. So, as bad as it is when I sing and play it both at the same time, I guess I'm stuck with it.
I think I can feel what Dave Mustaine must have felt when he was in Metallica.
Oh, absolutely. Well, Dave's a very, very big presence. He takes up a lot of the stage with his personality. So I think he needs to be a frontman.
He needs to be a frontman.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true. That's what I find after reading his autobiography. I mean, you should have your own autobiography.
We're in it.
You're gonna be soon.
We're in the autobiography.
Yeah.
So, the amount of people that sent us messages after they read it and said, "Oh my God, there's Dungeon in this thing," I couldn't believe it. So I went out and bought it naturally, and just
What a guy.
That's great. Yeah.
Okay, tell us about Black and Angel.
Black and Angel. Okay, well, I grew up in the desert, and my nephew Ricky Boone, who's just 10 months younger than me, we're a very big family. We tried to form bands together when we were growing up together in the desert, and Well, frankly, we sucked. We tried to put pop bands together. He was always like bass, and I was always guitar or keyboard or whatever it was, and we were terrible, absolutely terrible. And eventually I kind of diverged off to doing hard rock and melodic metal. And eventually he ended up taking up guitar and going into extreme metal. So he ended up in a band called Fury, like Dead Dungeon. Eventually he went into a band called Serenity Defiled, which is even heavier than that. And now we're obviously Lord. And all throughout that time we always talked about getting together and actually doing a band that didn't suck. You know, instead of some bad pop bedroom band that we tried to do in the early days. And we wanted to do it like a combination of like the extreme metal of Serenity Defiled and the melodic metal of Lord.
Okay.
And I think it took like 12 years of us saying, hey, we should do this thing, and not doing it. But I was producing their last album when I was back there last year, and I said, look, if we don't do it now, we're getting old. We're going to be in wheelchairs by the time we do this thing. let's do it. So we finally did it, and what started off as just an idea of like trying to combine both styles turned into like a 2-part epic sprawling concept album. You know, about good and evil and heaven and hell and all this sort of stuff. And it was orchestration and choirs and actors, and it just turned out to be something really immense that we just never expected. So both parts have now been released digitally, and we've got a physical release coming out this year, and we're really proud of it.
Okay, well, we're gonna see. We're gonna look forward to it. All right. So you say yourself that you actually off the guitars for 6 months.
Yeah.
In 2010.
Yeah.
So what really happened?
I was going to say a masturbation related addiction, but I used this hand, not this one. And I'll hire a guy to do that for me now anyway. So, but seriously, when I started playing guitar, I wanted to be the best guitar player in the world, as every kid does.
Every kid does.
And soon found out that was crap, and nobody can actually possibly be the best guitar player in the world because it's entirely subjective. But I discovered sweep picking and string skipping and speed picking and all that sort of stuff, and I thought, well, that's it. The only way of getting better at this is just to practice and practice and practice. And I would practice anywhere between 6 and 18 hours a day, like every single day. And I got good really quick, and my wrist got bad really quick. So by the time we started recording, we were always recording or touring or playing or whatever it is, and I started getting pain, and I ignored it. And I got up to the point when I was actually producing Serenity Defiled's album. I was doing some guest solos on their album in 2010, and I just felt this really, really bad pain in my wrist. Got back to Sydney and talked to a specialist, and they said, look, if you don't take a break now, you're not going to be playing guitar in a year. So, take a break or stop entirely.
That's a nightmare for every guitar player.
Yeah. So I kind of like guitar a little bit, so I thought I might keep playing it. So I took a bit of a break and got Matt from Trondhagen in, and he did a fantastic job covering my stuff. And I was running around the stage type singing frontman for a while, and that was a lot of fun.
Okay, all right. So there's all about Lord here. So I thank you very much, guys,
No problem.
for this small interview. Really appreciate it for us.
Thank you.
All right, so we're gonna see them performing live in Singapore in about an hour's time. So thank you very much, Lord. Thank you very much, Lord. Let's go.
Aeternus, Metallum.
Metal or die!
The day has come out of time. Journey's end, it's the end of the land. It's time for tears to face your fears. Retrace the years here by fate of my design. Will you?
Thank you very much. Bigyan mo. Cepat.